everybody, my name is Santi and today we're taking a look at Quarto, a really well-known abstract game similar to the 4 in a row game but a little bit more complicated. So let me show you how it works. Well, this is what Quarto looks like. In this game, you're trying to build up a row of 4 different pieces that share a common feature. As you can see, these pieces are really different because there are 4 different features. First, we have tall and short pieces, black and white pieces. We have round and square pieces, and then we have flat and with a hole pieces. At the beginning of your turn, you're not going to choose which piece you're going to use. Instead, the other player is going to give you the piece that you're going to use during your turn. So at the beginning of the turn, the player will give you this piece and you're forced to put this one on the board. Once you have placed it on the board, you will choose another piece in order to give it to the other player for him to put it on the board. Once he has placed it on the board, the process repeats until one of the players fills one row that has 4 different pieces that share a common feature. As easy as it gets. Sounds quite easy, right? But it's a little bit more complicated and more thinky than it looks like. So let's go and take a look at what I think about this game and the 3 things I like the most about Quarto. Well, the third thing I like the most about Quarto is that it's a short game. It's a really short game but interesting game, so it allows you to play a lot of games in just a few minutes. Maybe in half an hour you have played 4 games, and that's something I enjoy because it's a thinky game but it's short. So it's not like brain melting game, so you can play it quite a few times in just half an hour, so that's something I really appreciate. The second thing I like the most about Quarto is that although it's a thinky game, it's a really simple game and you can teach it really quickly. I mean, in 2 minutes you can show someone how to play, and that's something I really like a lot. It doesn't have a lot of rules, it doesn't have a lot of complexity, although it is a thinky game. So that's something I really enjoy about this abstract game. But the thing I like the most about Quarto is this mechanic in which you're giving the other player the piece he has to play during his turn. And that's something I like a lot because it leads to a lot of strategy and tactics, because you're not only making decisions during your turn, but you're also choosing which piece to give the other player. So you're choosing, influencing in the possibilities the other player has during his turn. So that's something I really like a lot because it gives you the feeling that you're playing all the game, not only in your turn but also in the other player's turn. So that's the thing I like the most, that mechanic of giving the other player the piece that, or the token that he or she has to play during his turn. So let's go to my ratings. Okay, so for the theme it's a really easy rating because it's absolutely themeless. So I'm gonna give it a 0 for the theme. However, for the mechanics, I'm gonna give Quarto a 6.5 because I think it's a really good game. It works well, it's really neat, but it's not that complex. I mean, it's not a fascinating mechanic game, or it's just what it is. It's an abstract game with a solid mechanic. I really enjoy it. That's the reason I'm giving it a 6.5, but it's nothing overwhelming. So that's the reason I'm going to give it a 6.5 for the mechanics. So let's go and take a look at the components. Well, actually there's not a lot to say about the components because as you can see, it is just a wooden board and a bunch of wooden pieces. The board is okay. It's wooden, hard and thick wood. It's okay. It's a good board, and the pieces are quite chunky, they're big, they're easy to manage, they're not really nice or nothing, it's just an abstract game, so I mean, they were designed just to serve their purpose, and they do, so that's the reason I'm gonna give it a 6. It's not nice, it's not anything, but it just works, so that's the reason I'm gonna give it a 6. So let's go to my final rating. So my final rating for Quarto, it's going to be a 6.5. It's going to be a 6.5 because it's a game I enjoy. I can play quickly with some friends or with my brother. That's it. It's quick, it's a simple game. I really enjoy it, but it's not really surprising or really wow. It's just a good game, and that's the reason I'm going to give it a 6.5. That is why Quarto deserves a seal of approval.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.